believe we've hit Friday again. It's astounded me, considering how bloody miserable I've been for the past while, when a lot of evenings have been long and awful and horrible. I can't believe it's actually come to the weekend again. So anyway, yeah, I've just finished work. You can guess where I'm off to again. It's going to be a nice, cold, crisp, frozen night tonight, so I'm going on the electric hookup again, and I've managed to acquire myself a little cheap fan heater. It saves me using my own diesel heater. So yeah, it should be a relatively cosy night. And for tonight's dinner, I'm going to cook myself a mushroom risotto. You know, I've got all the ingredients. Costs quite a bit actually, considering, you know, it sounds pretty simple, but once you add all the bits and pieces that you need, I think it cost I don't know, about 20 odd bloody quid. But then I needed some wine as well, so I had to buy that, but only a cheap one. I've never made it before. I'm not a very good cook. I usually stick to what I know, but I watched another van life video. Can't remember who it was now. Some girl when she was abroad, and she got served up a mushroom risotto, and it looked really fucking fancy. You know, I do like mushrooms, so I'm going to give that a go tonight. Probably make a pig's ear of it, but I will give it a go and just see what happens. And then obviously for tomorrow, I'm just having burgers again. That's my weekend treat, because I try and lay off burgers, you know, because I was getting far too used to them, eating them through the week. No, just once a week, and then I stick to my chicken through the week, and then occasionally Sam makes me some dinner as well, usually jacket potatoes, which are really nice, so thank you Sam for that. So yeah, anyway, let's press on and get there. And I'm impressed with the weather, considering how crap it's been this week with snow and rain and God knows what. It's a really nice afternoon, but it's going to be bittersweet again because it's going to rain all weekend, so never mind, we'll figure it out one step at a time. While it's on my mind, I will let you know again about my how I've been feeling. Pretty much the same as last week, ups and downs, you know, bad days and worse days. Blood pressure still all over the place. I did get a message from the NHS today about an appointment at a sleep clinic, just to check me over for possible sleep apnea, which could be a cause of the high blood pressure. If it is, happy days, at least we'll know why I'm getting these readings. As for my mental well-being, because of everything that's happened, well, like I say, it's been up and down all the time. I'll try and keep myself occupied. I've recently started journaling as well. I can't remember whether I brought it with me. I've got this big book thing now, which I write in about my feelings and sort of make a log day to day. And I was advised to sort of make the journal my best friend. You know, just spill my guts out to that. You know, stuff that I don't talk to anyone. Well, I don't talk to anyone anyway, really, apart from the odd bit that ends up on camera. But all my other personal sort of feelings and bits and pieces, I've now started to log in a journal. Apparently, it's meant to be healthy. It's meant to get it off your chest and make you sleep a little bit better. Is there any truth in that? I don't know. Mind you, I've had a couple of nights now where I've had good sleep, so could be. Right, I'm here. I've got a spot. I'm pretty much set up, but I want to go and get out of this work gear. I've got quite messy today and covered in sand and soil and stuff, so I'm going to go get in that shower and then come back and get properly sorted out and get a hot drink on and test my new heater out. Right, that's better. Heating's on, although I've only put it on half power because I can't remember the calculations, but I think the plug socket out there is 16 amp, and I think when you're running something at 2 kilowatts. I think that's slightly too much. I might be wrong, but half power, that's good enough. There's warmth coming from it, and it's only a small, well, a medium-sized van, so it ain't going to take long to warm up in here. Yeah, it's going to be a proper cozy one tonight. I really hope though that this risotto turns out okay. I've been looking forward to it ever since I found the recipe. I thought, yeah, this is it. I'm going to give that a go, and that's going to be nice. That's going to make my weekend. I know it sounds daft, but I need these little things to look forward to. So yeah, I'm hoping that's gonna turn out okay. Plus, I've bought a lead for my TV, which should connect my Bluetooth speaker to the TV to give my telly a little bit more of better sound, because it's very tinny and crap, and although I like using it, I would like to have a little bit more bass when I'm watching the films, you know, when I'm watching the films. Like last week when I was watching Lost Boys, and there's some quality music in that film, but it would have been better if it was a little bit louder, a little bit clearer, and a little bit of bass beyond it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to try that out tonight. Now you've got to understand, I'm not very good at cooking, and it says about having a chopped onion, so I'm not really sure the correct way to do that. I'm sure I'm doing it wrong, but you'll have to bear with me. Okay, what I've done half an onion. It does say do a whole one, but that's for a recipe for 4 people. I know I'm big, but I'm not going to eat all of it, so I'm going to half it. Right, well, filming that was a complete bust. It was just, I just ain't got enough room to have a camera, and nah. So I chopped the onion, and that's about as much as you're going to get. But I don't think it turned out too bad. Just have a look. I don't think it was too bad. I may have put a little bit too much cream in. I mean, some people don't bother with the cream. They say it turns out creamy enough just by the way that you cook it, but I wanted extra cream, so I had a little tub of double cream and I whacked a lot in. But it's nice. Anyway, there we are. Let's chomp our way through this. It weren't that difficult to make, to be honest with you. It was all right, so I might do it again if I enjoy this. Well, good morning. Quite a good night's sleep actually, not too bad. Woke up a couple of times, but yeah, not too bad. Did wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning feeling really hungry, so I ended up eating a couple of dry crackers, but there we are. Well, the weather's certainly changed, considering how it was nice and cold last night and the frost sort of enveloped the van, and that new heater had that on like a minimum heat through the night, and it was fucking perfect, absolutely spot on. Yeah, it was really good, can't fault that at all. So that was a good buy, that was, considering it was only like £11. Didn't think it was going to be much cop, but no, it was alright, it was good. But today, it's fucking raining now, isn't it? It's dark, it's horrible, it's raining, and I'm debating whether having a rest day today, not going out for a walk, and just having a bit of a van day. I've got some stuff to watch, some things to do. I've got enough supplies, so do I just take it easy? It's tempting, but then the boredom sets in. You know, if I stay here for too long, I just go a bit do-dally, and I'm already a bit do-dally as it is. Anyway, we'll see. I'm just going to chill out and have a cup of tea for a minute and ponder on it, I think. Feeling a bit hungry as well, so I'm going to have a couple of slices of toast using this thing again. But I've just been thinking, you can get low wattage toasters, can't you? I think you can get like 600 watts, maybe less, I'm not too sure. But I'm wondering whether I should just invest in one of them, even when I ain't got the electric hookup, the EcoFlow that I've got there, that will easily run one of them. And I do like a bit of toast in the morning, especially with this sourdough bread. So maybe I'll treat myself to one of them and wrap it up for Christmas and have some toast Christmas morning out of a toaster. How sad does that sound? Anyway, I'll look into that. Yeah, I do think a toaster is the way forward. I mean, I don't know whether you can see that, it's got cheese on it now, but it does cook the bread quite unevenly. But mind you, I guess I don't control the heat very well, but I think it will definitely be easier if I buy myself a little low wattage toaster. I think I'll have a look now actually while I'm eating this. I just made myself some toast, right? Just a messy bit of toast here. And I've been thinking, I want to cook a Sunday dinner, a Christmas dinner in here. But I don't know whether I've got the room. I mean, it's only a very small work surface. I think the only way I might get away with doing it is if I just bring enough with me to create one meal and then have it in tubs, like some potatoes and bits and pieces in separate tubs, instead of trying to do prep work on the side, because I really don't have that much room. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I've got to, because I'm definitely gonna have some form of Christmas dinner, you know. I'm not having that taken away from me as well. So yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't know why I'm just waffling at the camera, but you know, when thoughts pop into my head, I will talk about them, no matter how bizarre they are and how stupid they are. So yeah, I'll figure it out. I am going to have a Christmas dinner. It is going to happen, one way or another. Yeah, I just found one that it's 750 watts. Now, it was only 17 quid, and it's on a Black Friday deal, so that's a no-brainer. I've just been thinking, because I don't know nothing about electrics and whatnot, right? So if you've got a 750 watt toaster, and you're putting your bread in and you're toasting it, how long will it take to toast? Okay, but if you was to have a higher wattage one, which was like a 1300 watt one, would that toast quicker? Which obviously, well, yeah, of course it would, but then which one would use the most energy, or would they break even? You know, you understand what I'm saying? Because it's all right getting a low wattage one, but then if it's going to have to be heated up for a longer period of time to get your bread to the desired effect, is that going to use more energy in the long run? I don't know. Anyway, I'm overthinking it now. It doesn't fucking matter, you know. I've got enough power to run it. So yeah, anyway, $16.99 for a 750 watt toaster. That'll do just nicely, and then I'll get rid of that fucking thing, because like I say, it was all right, but it does cook quite unevenly. I think you'll be alright if you're out in a tent and whatnot, but no, it's not ideal. It's not a patch on a toaster. People do say about using a Ridge Monkey as well, and I've got one of them, but I just can't get the perfect toasted piece of bread. You know, it'll do nicely for making a sandwich, a toasted sandwich thing, you know, ham and cheese sandwich. They work fab for that. I've used it endless times for that. But just a normal slice of toast that you're going to put butter on, I can't seem to get it right. So anyway, that's it. I'm not going to talk about bread and toasters anymore, I promise. And that is how quick I can change my mind. Had me breakfast, had me tea, you know, and went and got cleaned up down in the shower block, and then thought, sod it, I am going to go out for a walk. Nothing else to do. I know I'll go stir crazy sat in the van, so I'm going to go for a slow amble to the town and then see what happens. Yeah, I'm not going down there for anything in particular, apart from another pint of milk. I only bought 1 pint. Usually that lasts, but recently I've been drinking milk with a bit of that cacao powder mixed in. It's meant to have some good health benefits. That remains to be seen, but I'm giving it a go. So I'm going to go up to Marks and Spencer's, get a pint of milk, see whether there's anything else there, you know, that takes my fancy. It probably will, because it's Marks and Spencer's and sells the best stuff ever. Now, one positive thing about Christmas time, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, the second week of Christmas, like New Year week, hopefully I'm picking up another car. So the Yellow Beetle's going up for sale, and I bought another car now, and it's a type of car that I've wanted for a while, but more on that when I get it. But I am looking forward to that. That's given me something to look forward to over the Christmas period, so let's hope everything goes to plan. Once upon a time, right, I'd go down to town and I'd be confident and I could walk through. People didn't bother me. Didn't matter whether it was packed. It was fine, no problem whatsoever, and could be a enjoyable day out or afternoon out doing your shopping or Christmas shopping, whatever it may be. But now I've got proper tense, proper filled with anxiety, proper, I don't know, just didn't want people around me. You know what I mean? It was awful. I didn't enjoy it at all. That's why I didn't do any filming, but I persevered, and I did get a reasonable haul, if you like. So let's get off that. Yeah, all right, I was anxious, but I still went. I've done what I had to do, and I'm quite happy with what I've got. Bought a couple of films from a charity shop, one being Mean Machine with Vinnie Jones, and the other one Prometheus, which is part of the Alien, you know, the Aliens thing. They're only £1 each, so they'll do. I popped into Pound Stretcher as well. Got myself a tub. I've never seen one like this. A tub of crunchy peanut butter. That'll be nice on some toast. Got some little peg things because I've got some stuff that I need to hang up. Some shower gel, we don't want to see that. I've got my pint of milk for me cacao. Like I say, I'm trying to incorporate that into my diet every single day. It tastes quite nice. It you don't sweeten it up, you just add some cacao into your milk or water. I prefer it with milk, but it's got to be semi-skimmed. Give it a good shake up, and it tastes pretty much like dark chocolate, and I'm a big fan of dark chocolate, so yeah, that works really well for me. Anyway, what else I pick up? A couple of egg custard tarts from Marks & Spencer's, and some pork and apple Marks & Spencer's sausages. So yeah, they'll go down a treat. I'm gonna have them for lunch today. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got. And I was walking around, but like I said, I didn't do any filming. It was just starting to get busy, and I was a little bit overwhelmed with the market down there, because it brought back memories of the Christmas market that we used to go to in Swansea, which was something I really used to enjoy. So yeah, I couldn't stay down there for long. I was only down there just over an hour, I think, and yeah, I just started marching back like a trooper, you know what I mean? But there we are, it's done now, isn't it? You know, I've got to try and battle these demons and overcome these things that are put in front of me. So there we are. I'm going to get changed and enjoy the rest of my day chilling out here. I'll tell you what, it looks like I got back from town at a good time, because it's pissing down again now, and it's fucking freezing as well. I've got my air fryer on. I'm cooking up them sausages, and as soon as that finishes, I've got to put the heater back on, because it don't take long for the temperature to drop, believe me. I mean, the van's insulated and whatnot, but I think because of all the windows, I think a lot of the heat escapes really quickly. So yeah, I'm thinking of, I've got windows behind this curtain here. There's windows, right? And I'm thinking about boarding all of that up and putting insulation behind it, because I never take this curtain down and it looks scruffy and horrible. So I'm thinking of getting all of that boarded up, insulation behind it, and then do something with a board, whether it's decoration or shelves or bits and pieces, I don't know. But I really don't need those windows. I'm happy with the ones on the other side. Even they're, you know, covered up most of the time. But yeah, I definitely want to get that done. Hopefully get Christmas out of the way, and then I'll get some prices to get it done. I'm not going to do it myself, because knowing me, I'll end up breaking it or drilling through a wire and causing havoc. Do you know what I mean? But that is going to be done. That's the next project, I think. That and making my bench seat a little bit wider. Right, was just sat in the van for a couple of hours since my last clip, and started to go a bit get a bit of the cabin fever going on, so I thought I'd come out for a walk in between the showers. And I'm at the far side of the camp now, and it's just started raining again, plus there's some very big gusts of wind as well. But I want to get my steps done before I go back. I'm on about 8,000, I definitely want to get up to 10,000. So I'm just making this walk a bit of a fast one. I've got a bit of a march going on at the minute, and not usually I walk like that, but I'm going to have to at the minute. I've just noticed that there's a couple of massive tents here as well, filled with well, they look like hikers. They've all got hiking trousers on and whatnot, but bloody hell, it must be cold in them tents in this weather. Each to their own, I suppose. At least they're out and about and not sat playing on their devices. Yeah, I think I'll take the risk and go for a quick walk around that Balls Park area, get out the campsite. I know it's going to be a bit muddy, but I don't want to walk around in circles around the campsite with all the campers watching me. So I'd sooner do it in the fields where it's a bit quieter. It's quite slippery where I am, right? And why is it? I'm sure everyone does this. You slip, you sort of slip like that, and then you quickly correct yourself, and then you look back as if like you're gonna see something there. And I'm fucking mad. Instead of just slipping and carrying on, it's like you're looking for something that's caused you to trip over. Oh, it's comical. Good job I'm out here on my own. I look like a right fucking wally, but I've only got myself to blame. I couldn't be asked to put my boots on, so I'm only in trainers, and obviously they're not going to grip this mud and slop very well at all. But there we are. Trainers are almost dead anyway, so I'll wear these to the bone and then invest in a new pair. In my little black book of places to visit that I've had for a few years now, there's a bit at the back about places to visit in Wales, but it's North Wales. I know I've said recently that there's no way that I'm going to be able to step foot back in Wales at the moment, or possibly for a good few years to come, but I'm wondering whether I should go and explore North Wales, because that's never been a place I've been since I was a young boy with my parents. And I remember looking at other videos, and just like when I do research for ruins and things, there's definitely quite a lot of things that need to be visited in North Wales. So maybe I should make that one of my destinations for next year. North Wales, find somewhere to stay. Not in the van, maybe I'll treat myself to a lodge or something, and then just have a drive round and have a look at all the history and bits and pieces that's there. Because it was very quick of me to say, no, I'm never going to Wales again, you know, after being got rid of, or wherever you want to word it. But I shouldn't miss out on all the stuff that is there, you know, because Wales is filled with beauty. It really is. And I'm going to miss, and I do miss, walking around South Wales. But yeah, North Wales, I think that might be a place to visit next year. I wouldn't mind getting myself up to Scotland as well, and Ireland. There's so much stuff, isn't there, in Great Britain that needs to be looked at and explored, but it's finding the time as well. I mean, if I wasn't working full time, then maybe I could start fitting more in, but when you're stuck in a full-time job with limited holidays, it just makes your options a little bit more limited, you know. But I'm gonna have to find a way to make these things happen, because I don't want to miss out. Okay, I've had my dinner, cooked them burgers, didn't film them because you've seen that a million times before, and all cleaned up, gone and done a dump run, heating's on. I've got my little incense cone burner thing on here. Let me show you. Look at that, it's a little egg. It's an egg with they're like the joss sticks, but they're cones, and you set fire to them and smack them in there and they just smoulder away for a while. They're all right, but they don't last long. But I needed to get rid of that smell of fried food. I did use the air fryer for cooking the burgers, but it still smells of burgers in here, so yeah, I'll burn them for a while. And I've got some Febreze I'll spray about a little bit later. But I did have a bit of a disaster. It's been absolutely hammering down with rain. I've got a fucking leak, and it's dripping through my storage cupboard above the bed and then down the wall. It's not bad, so I don't know what it is, but I'll get up there and I've got some of that there's like a clear liquid that you spray in an area, and it fills the cracks up and then hardens. I can't remember what it's called now. It was recommended to me by a friend, and it worked well when I had the was it the Transit or or the Vito. I just pulled it on and it sealed it up. So on a bright day next week, I'll get the ladder out, climb up there and find out what's going on. I mean, there might be just some form of dry sealant, I guess. It's going to happen, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, that's enough of that. So I'm going to settle down and watch a film now. But I'm going to watch it on my iPad because that speaker wire that I bought to connect an external speaker to the TV don't bloody work. It don't do nothing. So that's disappointing. But yeah, never mind. Anyway, yeah, I've got something on the iPad I want to watch anyway. I've been I usually scroll through TikTok about film, yeah, just looking at clips of films, and there's a few that inspire me, so I add them to the watch list on Amazon Prime or Prime Video as it is, and save them up to watch when I'm out and about in this. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so that's what I'm going to do. See you in a bit. Well, good morning. It's 25 to 10. I've been up for hours now, but it's been an absolute shocking morning. It really has. Pissed down with rain continuously through the night, and it's just slowing down now. So I haven't managed to get out and do any form of walking today, but maybe once I get back into Stevenage, I'll go out for a walk this afternoon. I don't know. Last night was all right. I sat and watched a film called, was it the Brawl in Cell 99? It's a really violent prison film with Vince Vaughn in it. It was really good. I mean, really good. Well worth a watch. It's a little bit old now, but it was very good. If you're into your violent films and prison stuff, then yeah, that's definitely well worth a watch. I enjoyed that no end. I'm pretty much tidied up now. I think I mean, it's just gone 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to go and get myself a shower and then sweep this floor in here, clean up a little bit more, and then I'm going to bugger off. I think no point in me hanging around, especially when you have to disappear at 12 o'clock, because I don't know, you ain't got time to do anything. Do you know what I mean? It's just not relaxing on a morning that you've got to go. It's such a shame. You know, I really do have a problem with that. I really think that we should be able to stay at the very least until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But getting off the pitch by midday is such a pain in the arse. But I've moaned about that enough, and over these few videos that I've made of this place. But there we are. Anyway, right, I'm going to go and get a shower. I think the time has come to replace the battery in here, and I think it's under the floor. It turned over very sluggishly this morning. I don't want to get caught out, especially if I'm parked up for, I don't know, 7 days without starting the engine over the Christmas period. I don't want to come to leave and then have a flat battery. So yeah, I think the time has come just to invest in a new battery. I have no idea how old it is. This one was in here when I picked up the van, so I don't know. I can't believe how much the weather's changed. Look at that, just as I'm leaving, the sun comes out and skies are blue. Unbelievable. If it was like this first thing this morning, I could have gone out for a walk, but there we are. Never mind, I might head back to Stevenage and just find somewhere else to go, I think. So yeah, when you think about it, I get to this campsite on a Friday at about 4 o'clock after work, and then you know, I get there, get changed, have a shower, all that jazz, and then I think when you think about it, you only get really sort of one full day when you pay for the weekend. Although it's 2 nights, you only get one full day, so maybe that's why it whizzes past so bloody quickly. Do you know what I mean? I think, I know I moan about it all the fucking time, don't I? I think if I was allowed to stay there a little bit longer, I think it'd feel like a whole weekend, but it's not. Anyway, I don't know whether I'm going to come back next weekend. I have no idea. I don't know. It'll be a snap decision, I should think. I need something to keep me occupied, and I'm not quite ready for going out touring the churches and things yet. I'm just not not ready. Plus I need to get my little yellow Beetle ready for putting up for sale, so maybe I'll cut back on driving it for a bit, I think. So I've just been into Sainsbury's to get myself some lunch and a bit of dinner for tonight, and I was quite content. You know, the sun was out, I was walking through the car park, I don't know, I was quite content, and I probably got about 50 paces into the shop and I just fucking felt awful again. So bizarre, just so, I don't know whether it's the anxiety or the stress or whatever, high blood pressure, or is it all linked, but fucking hell. It was like people were coming close to me and I needed to get away from them, and I was giving me the and it was like something I wanted to look at, someone else would come and get close to me, or someone would be stood in front of the things that I wanted to look at. It was a proper fucking nightmare. I mean, it sounds really trivial, doesn't it, when you say it out loud, but when you're in there, I could just feel my tension starting to rise. So strange, man, so strange. Anyway, I'm going to sit and eat this chicken sandwich, and it's starting to get a bit cloudy, but I want to go and have a bit of a walk, so yeah, let's do that, and then I'll call it a day then.